Star of Sister Wives, since she parted ways with Cody and wed David Woolley, Christine Brown has undergone significant shift. Is she becoming more conceited in her new life? Star of Sister Wives Christine Brown seems to be creating the ideal life, but her latest achievements might be exposing her darker side. Christine never gave the consequences of her breakup with Cody Brown any thought. She took a rather audacious decision, and it turned out to be very beneficial for her. Being wealthy and successful, Christine can feel untouchable. She might be losing her mind as a result of the energy boost she got from parting ways with Cody and the acclaim she received for making that decision. Sister Wives Season 18 stars years passed, while Christine held her anger inside until she eventually left her marriage. Her rage was very understandable. She was spiritually bonded to a man who would only give her a sexual encounter 5 times a year. Christine is a passionate, caring person who yearns for closeness. She is very much alive. Christine's departure and the subsequent exodus were caused by Cody's repeated rejection of her and his emotional disregard. Cody ought to have lost each and every one of his wives. Robin Brown, his current partner, is finding it difficult to live with him. Christine is not an angel, even though she has her reasons. Christine wasn't happy with her first marriage. Her aspirations of that day never materialized. They were simply fantasies. She wasn't dressed in the ideal white gown. She might not have recognized it at the time, but her groom wasn't the proper man. She was granted a second chance. The problem with this is that on her special day, she appeared to exact a small amount of revenge. Christine's exclusion of Mary Brown from the proceedings was one example of her conceit. Christine could not have been unaware that the snub would be noticed by all. Instead of being the stronger person and inviting Mary to the celebration, she chose to be humble. Mary's life hasn't exactly been easy, but recently, everything has improved greatly because of her new connection with Amos Andrews. Naturally, Christine didn't help matters. Many doubts arose regarding Mary's absence from Christine and David Woolley's wedding after the specifics of the event were made public. Mary, who always seemed to be the victim of the worst emotional abuse during her incredibly unfulfilling spiritual union with Cody, must have found it extremely awkward. Rather of integrating Christine into the situation, she carried on the malevolent trend that had been set years earlier. She froze off her previous sister wife. It's possible that Mary has a darker side as well, which would account for why Christine didn't include her on her guest list. Peyton Brown accused Mary of abuse, claiming that in their early years, she had been quite nasty to him and the other Brown children. In the autobiographical novel Becoming Sister Wives, Janelle Brown also opened up to Mary. She claimed that Mary wasn't pleased with the way she handled home chores. Though Mary isn't flawless, she has a long history with Christine. Christine may come to regret her choice to not extend an invitation to her. Although Christine hasn't been particularly cruel to Cody on social media, she has made fun of her former by taking light-hearted barbs at him. Though it's possible that Christine likes it when people make fun of him, nothing she did was horrible. The idea of an amicable separation is fantastic in theory, but few people can actually make that happen. Hence, few splits occur without some bad blood. Even after spending decades together, Christine and Cody still struggle with things that can't be fully healed. That's the reason they initially split up. Therefore, it makes sense that Christine is attempting to provoke Cody. Perhaps Christine is stronger now than she has ever been in her entire life. She is incredibly strong. Before splitting from Cody, she started a weight loss adventure, and she's still amazing and fit. Her children genuinely adore her. They have her back and are always there for her. She also has David, who, according to people, defended her by referring to Cody as a Christine wanders into the past despite all of these blessings, which is probably what she should be concentrating on. She posted a baking tutorial and her I Tried Polygamy t-shirt on Instagram. Christine looked fresh-faced and unhurried as she prepared some delectable goodies. She knew, of course, that the t-shirt she was sporting would become the focus of memes and remarks. She obviously wore it for that reason. All in all, Christine has moved on like a boss. However, it seems like she has an ego these days. Perhaps she is deserving of one. She took a risk that no other wife would have dared undertake. She left a multiple marriage that was causing dissatisfaction for all parties. Her capacity to step back from the terrible and toxic circumstance was remarkable. Christine's take on a theme in the post below was hilarious. Was Cody the target of Christine's post? Indeed, that's the enjoyable part of it. He's been talking a lot about his unloved wife for years. He hasn't held back from pointing out all of their shortcomings and making them feel inadequate. Like with the rejection of the wedding invitation, Christine seemed to be taking pleasure in sticking the boot in. When she attempted to have a sexual relationship with her spouse, he would shoot her down. This lady has made her reparations. She has a right to happiness, but she's a touch bragging now that she has it. She resembles a sportsperson who had just won a major match or broken a record. She will nevertheless ultimately lose. Anger precedes a downfall. Christine Brown of Sister Wives will regret seeming to be so incredibly happy if something were to happen to her husband. If only because of the phrases on her clothing, she could have wished that she had avoided making fun of Cody more. But it's obvious that Christine is feeling really secure right now. She isn't actually confronting anyone, nor is she running away from anything. She is simply existing, but with a little of conceit to spice things up. Gwendolyn Brown of Sister Wives' choice to miss her mother's wedding could have significant implications. Although Yahoo Entertainment claims that she skipped the extremely exclusive event because of her organic chemistry class, Gwendolyn might not agree with her mother moving on so quickly. Even mature children like Gwendolyn may find it extremely difficult when their parents divorce and subsequently find new companions. Thus, Christine's daughter may have been communicating her discomfort by choosing to remain silent rather than speak the words. Another possibility is that Christine has changed excessively since her divorce. Does Christine currently have a midlife crisis? She almost seems to be trying too hard at times. She is focusing so much of her energy on Cody, another person. Honestly, she doesn't really need to be making fun of him on Instagram. She makes a decision that might reveal how inflated her ego actually is. However, insecurity can occasionally be the dark side of hubris like this. Did she really need all these showy gestures if she was that confident? Furthermore, even if Gwendolyn frequently disparages her father, she might not appreciate that her mother also does so. The dynamic is really problematic overall. Although it makes obvious that emotions would be fresh following a breakup, the animosity has actually been brewing for years. It's terrible that Cody's children from his previous relationships feel pressured to publicly criticize and side with their father. It is a result of the unhealthy poly-marriage relationship model and is anything but desirable. Christine appears amazing, but it's unlikely that's due to her frequent use of Plexus pink drinks. Although the beverages may provide some nutritional value, none of them are going to drastically improve someone's health or help them lose weight. Christine probably lost weight as a result of increasing her exercise and calorie restriction. But when sister wives like Christine and Janelle continue to advertise these drinks to their Instagram fans, they are endorsing Plexus as a brand that sells nutritional supplements that can change people's lives. Only the women themselves are fully aware of the weight loss adventures taken by the sister wives' exes. Janelle's weight loss is the most noticeable among the 3 ex-spouses. She lost 100 pounds. At first look, Christine's results appear more understated, but she has also lost a lot of weight in comparison to her old pictures. Mary's gorgeous body makeover and hair transformation are also drawing attention. Robin is a major source of dispute. Mary, Janelle, and Christine's lives have been chaotic as a result of her passive-aggressive behavior. But now, Robin is Cody's only wife. The spiritual marriages have ended. Because of this, Christine may wish to demonstrate to the world that she has fully moved on by avoiding talking about Robin as much, especially when she is vehemently criticizing others. Christine made it clear to the public that she had never trusted Robin and that she was unwilling to be friends with her after she broke up with Cody. Christine is not a moron, and it was the right choice for her to avoid Robin, but discussing it was a little too crude. What effect does it all make at this point? Speaking nasty words won't make a difference. Cody's whole focus was on Robin. Actually, she was the only wife that felt passion and romance with Cody. It makes sense that the other women would object to her given the significance of the situation. Out of all of them, Christine was always the most envious. The news that Robin's wedding dress was chosen with assistance from Cody virtually made her spit fire.